I come with no other agenda than desperately trying to help people who are in need. And I see that as part of my role. And I like a big challenge. I do like that, but I can't do it on my own.
Prince Harry has exposed yet another deep rift within the royal family, this time between him and Camilla, the Queen Consort. In TV interviews to promote his controversial memoir, he claimed his stepmother had sacrificed him to help rehabilitate her image.
The monarch's will remains one of the greatest secrets in royal history. Unlike other wills, the royal will is usually kept private, with details revealed only to the family. Queen Elizabeth's will was intended to be shared exclusively with them. However, recent reports suggest something unexpected. Camilla reportedly failed to follow the Queen's wishes. In a shocking move to preserve the monarchy, Prince William urged Camilla to honor the will as written. But what followed stunned everyone. How did Camilla respond to William's plea? Join us as we reveal the shocking turn of events when Prince William begged Camilla to respect the Queen's final wishes. Prince William shocking begs Queen Camilla. Recently, there have been troubling rumors about the royal family. Prince William has once again shown a strong desire to uphold his late grandmother's wishes. He has long been committed to preserving the legacy of the monarch, and his insistence on following Queen's last will shows that dedication. The rumors surrounding the royal disagreement have sparked curiosity, leading many to wonder what could be in the Queen's will that has caused this tension between William and Camilla. At the moment, Camilla appears visibly affected by the situation, and the public is left wondering how this family drama will unfold. Stay tuned to find out. The details of Queen Elizabeth's will is expected to remain hidden, as royal wills are sealed and kept secret for at least 90 years. This has been the practice for years, starting in 1910 with Prince Francis of Teck, Queen Mary's brother. Since then, it has become a tradition for the wills of senior royals to be kept private, ensuring their personal matters are not shared with the public. This means that no one knows exactly how the Queen's assets will be divided, whether it's her jewelry, residences, or personal belongings. Because the will is sealed, the only information we can speculate about is that her estate likely includes things like private homes, investments, and cherished personal items. There seems to be no details available on who gets what, or how her wealth will be distributed among her heirs. This secrecy is part of the royal family's effort to protect their privacy, ensuring that their personal affairs stay within the family and are not open to public scrutiny. In the case of Queen Elizabeth's estate, it's clear that everything from her cherished family treasures to private properties will be distributed according to her wishes. Yet, appears to be speculation on how her will be shared. But here is the shocking twist. Recent reports suggest that the royal family may already have some idea of what is inside the will. Even more surprising, it is reportedly causing serious tension within the family. Have you been wondering what is in the will? Keep watching to know more. It all started with Prince William's plea, but instead of bringing the family together, this plea opened the door to disagreements and exposed deep divisions within the royal household. Things became worse when King Charles and Queen Camilla decided not to follow parts of the will. Their decision created tension among the family, with some members feeling betrayed. King Charles argued that these changes were necessary to help the monarchy move forward, while Queen Camilla stayed silent. This silence added to suspicions, making people question her motives. The family, once seen as united in public, now appeared divided behind the palace doors. Even more surprising was how the will disrupted royal traditions. For centuries, roles and assets were passed down in predictable ways. But this time, things changed. The roles of certain family members were redefined, and assets were distributed differently. These changes upset the balance of the monarchy, leaving family members and the public wondering about the future of royal customs. One of the biggest controversies was over Balmoral Castle, one of the Queen's most beloved residences. The castle, filled with family memories and national pride, had always symbolized the Queen's connection to Scotland. But its unexpected allocation caused disagreements within the family. Many felt that the decision went against what the Queen would have wanted, further adding to the already growing tensions. Another issue arose with the redistribution of the Queen's famous jewelry collection. The public expected Princess Catherine to inherit many of these pieces, as she is a key figure in the royal family's future. However, the jewelry was shared in a way that seemed unfair to her. This caused quiet resentment among the royals, as these jewels were not just items of beauty, but symbols of tradition and history. To make matters worse, rumors began to spread that Queen Camilla had influenced changes to the will. Though there was no proof, these allegations stirred the pot even more. Over the years, Queen Camilla had worked to gain public trust, but now she found herself back in the center of controversy. Whether or not the rumors were true, they added to the tension and made it harder for the family to rebuild trust with the public. In the midst of all this, Princess Anne spoke out, voicing her concerns about how these issues could weaken the monarchy. Known for her dedication to royal duties, Princess Anne's opinions carried weight. She feared that the disputes over the will would hurt the family's image and stability. Her words show the risks of internal conflict and on how even small cracks in the family could threaten the monarchy's long-term future. Meanwhile, the public watched the drama unfold with mixed emotions. Many people began to question the royal family's unity. Was the image of togetherness they had always shown to the world just an illusion? Others wondered whether the monarchy still mattered in today's world. The tension surrounding the Queen's will became a symbol of larger questions about the role of the royals in modern society. But that is not all. Adding to the public's outrage was the sale of Queen Elizabeth's prized horses. These horses were not just ordinary animals to her. They represented her love for the countryside and her strong connection to Britain's rural traditions. Selling them felt like a betrayal of her legacy. Many saw it as a cold, business-like decision that ignored the personal meaning these horses held for the Queen and the people who admired her. The secrecy surrounding the Queen's will made the entire situation even more complicated. Unlike ordinary wills, royal wills are sealed, meaning the public and even some family members could not see the full details. This secrecy led to endless speculation. People wondered what might be hidden in the will, and whether certain changes. It was reported that Prince William, having sensed distrust in the atmosphere, decided to reveal the details of the will to the public. But why did he do that? Many believe his aim was to make it transparent. But let's find out the real reason. Prince William's role. Prince William's decision to share Queen Elizabeth's will was brave and unexpected, marking a turning point in the royal family's history. For years, the monarchy had been seen as a secretive institution, but William believed that sharing the will would build public trust. Though he knew this choice could cause problems, he felt strongly that being open was the right thing to do. This decision not only showed his sense of responsibility, but also gave a glimpse into his vision for a more modern royal family. His decision connects well with what experts say about his leadership.
What has impressed you most about her?
I think just the qualities that are essential for somebody in a leadership role.
Many believe the Queen would have been proud of how he handles things. Royal expert Jenny Bond has said the Queen valued leaders who stayed connected to the public, and William's choice to reveal parts of the will shows he wants the monarchy to feel more open and relatable. He demonstrated that the royal family is willing to adapt to modern expectations by making this bold move. Additionally, royal biographer Andrew Morton has commented that Queen Elizabeth would likely applaud Prince William's ability to keep calm and carry on amid personal and public challenges. Morton highlights William's dedication to duty and his composure during difficult times, suggesting that the Queen would have admired his resilience and leadership. Still on the will, the choice was not an easy one. The royal family was dealing with internal struggles, and many were unsure about revealing something so personal. William, however, stepped up and showed that he was ready to lead during difficult times. He had carefully thought through the possible outcomes and felt that transparency was necessary. His actions reminded many people of his late mother, Princess Diana, who was also known for her honesty and connection with the public. Prince William showed that he was not afraid to take risks, if it meant doing what he believed was right by taking this step. However, not everyone approved of his decision. Some critics said it was risky and could bring unnecessary attention to the monarchy. They worried that making the will public would weaken the royal family's image and expose it to harsh judgment. Traditionalists in particular felt that such openness might damage the monarchy's sense of mystery and dignity. Others speculated that William had political reasons for his decision, suggesting he was trying to gain more support as the future king. Despite these criticisms, William stood firm, confident that he was making the right choice for the future of the monarchy. His actions also showed how he is trying to balance tradition with progress. William's willingness to be transparent was seen as a sign of change within the royal family. Unlike past generations, he seemed ready to adapt to modern expectations while still respecting the monarchy's history. This impressed many people, especially younger generations, who saw him as a leader who could connect with their values. William showed that he could honor the past while also moving forward by taking this step. Even so, William's decision revealed some divisions within the royal family. While he gained public support for his openness, there were disagreements behind the scenes. Some senior royals felt uncomfortable with the idea of revealing private matters, fearing it might lead to more public demands for transparency. These tensions made it clear that not everyone in the family agreed with William's vision for the future. Yet, he stayed focused on his goal, determined to show that the monarchy could evolve without losing its identity. One of the most important parts of William's decision was how it reflected his dedication to his grandmother's wishes. He wanted to make sure her values and legacy were respected, and he believed that sharing the will was the best way to do that. This commitment earned him praise from many people who saw him as a thoughtful leader. But despite the usual public commendation, Prince William seems to be concerned about Camilla's growing influence, which he believes is for her personal gain. Let's find out more about her influence. Queen Camilla's influence. Queen Camilla's growing influence has caused a lot of debate and concern among people, and even within the royal family. Many believe she has made changes to decisions left by Queen Elizabeth II to benefit herself. From the start of her more active role in the monarchy, there have been accusations about her motives, with some seeing her actions as selfish, rather than in the best interest of the royal family. While Camilla has mostly stayed quiet about these claims, her choices have sparked many conversations about her true intentions. Even the title Camilla chose for herself became controversial. Traditionally, the wife of a reigning king is called Queen Consort, to show her role as the king's spouse, not a ruling monarch. But Camilla decided to drop consort and simply use the title Queen. While some saw this as a natural progression, others saw it as a bold and controversial move to elevate her own status. This decision made many people question whether Camilla was trying to change royal traditions to suit her own desires, while others believe Camilla is not following the Queen's wish. In February 2022, Queen Elizabeth made an important statement about the future of Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, when Prince Charles becomes king. This message was part of her Platinum Jubilee celebrations, marking 70 years of her reign. The Queen made it clear that it was her sincere wish for Camilla to be known as Queen Consort when Charles ascended the throne. This message was important because it officially confirmed Camilla's future title, after years of speculation about what she would be called. Before this, it wasn't certain if Camilla would use the title Queen Consort. In the past, there were indications that she might be given the title of Princess Consort instead, which would have reflected a more neutral role in the monarchy. But the Queen's statement removed any doubts, showing her full support for Camilla. Aside from the controversial titles, there is more. Camilla's growing authority also raised concerns about the balance between tradition and change in the monarchy. Some felt that her influence challenged long royal traditions in ways that didn't always feel right. Many argued that many of her decisions seemed focused on her own interests rather than the needs of the monarchy as a whole. For many, her actions gave the impression that she was putting herself before the royal institution, which caused worry about the future of the family's legacy. At the same time, Camilla has had mixed reactions from the public. While some admire her for stepping confidently into her role as queen, others remain skeptical of her motives. Her complicated history with the royal family, especially her past relationship with King Charles, still affects how many people view her today. Supporters believe she is simply doing her best to fulfill her role, while critics see her as someone who is taking advantage of her position to make personal gains. But the impact of Camilla's actions hasn't just been felt by the public, it has caused tension within the royal family itself. Allegations about her influence and decision-making have reportedly strained her relationships with key family members, especially Prince William and Princess Catherine. William, in particular, is said to be concerned about her growing authority and the effect it could have on the monarchy's future. These internal disagreements have made it harder for the family to appear united, with cracks in their relationships becoming more noticeable in public. Even so, Camilla has shown that she is taking a more strategic role in shaping the monarchy's future. Her decisions, whether intentional or not, have influenced many areas of royal life, from public relations to traditions. Some people believe that these changes are necessary to help the monarchy survive in today's world, while others see them as evidence of her personal ambitions. Regardless of why she makes these choices, it's clear that Camilla is now a major figure in shaping the royal family's direction. Her growing influence also highlights how hard it is to separate personal and official responsibilities in the monarchy. As queen, Camilla has to balance her role as King Charles's partner with her own duties and responsibilities within the family. This dual role has created challenges, as her decisions often have consequences far beyond her personal intentions. Her growing authority shows how the royal family is changing, with power and influence being distributed in new ways among its members. Camilla's growing influence is a sign of how the monarchy is changing. Some see her as a capable leader who is adapting to modern challenges, while others remain cautious about the changes she represents. Whether her actions are seen as strategic, there is no denying that she has played an important role in shaping the royal family during this critical time. The debates about her influence will likely continue, but it has always sparked public attention, with many blaming King Charles. Let's take a closer look. Why King Charles faced backlash. When King Charles became king, he faced immediate backlash, as many people compared his actions to those of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth had ruled for decades with a strong sense of tradition and stability. So when Charles took over, it was clear that his reign was going to be different. His decisions, especially those related to his personal life and his relationship with Camilla, caused public disappointment. The Queen had maintained a carefully crafted image of unity, but Charles's early days as king seemed to challenge that. His style was seen as more modern and less in line with the strict traditions that had defined the monarchy for so long. As a result, public trust in the monarchy began to fade, and many wondered if Charles could live up to the legacy of his mother. The public's disappointment was more than just about Charles's leadership style. It also reflected concerns about the monarchy's future. Under Queen Elizabeth's rule, the monarchy had been a symbol of stability. People believed in it as a constant, unchanging force in British life. After Queen Elizabeth II's death in September 2022, support for the monarchy rose to 67%. However, this number has since dropped to 62%, which is much lower than 75% about 10 years ago. Younger people seem to feel differently about the monarchy, while many people over 65 want to keep it. About 40% of those aged 18 to 24 think the country should have an elected head of state instead. Some believe the monarchy is old-fashioned and unfair. They question why some people should have special privileges just because they were born into a royal family. Others think the monarchy is important for the UK. They believe it brings people together, helps with national identity, and provides a leader who is not political. They also say it's a key part of the country's history and traditions. Recently, problems like family scandals and questions about royal finances have made people discuss As times change, the monarchy faces the challenge of staying relevant. With Charles taking the throne, there was a sense of uncertainty. People no longer felt as confident about the monarchy's ability to remain relevant in the modern world. While Queen Elizabeth had carefully managed her role to reflect both tradition and progress, Charles's early decisions suggested he was struggling to strike that same balance. As the public voiced its concerns, it became apparent that many were questioning whether the monarchy could keep its place in modern society. Further eroding public trust in Charles's leadership were the allegations that Camilla was gaining too much influence within the royal family. Camilla's increasing role in royal matters raised eyebrows. The monarchy's ability to adapt to the modern world was another issue that came under scrutiny. Over the years, the British royal family had been expected to evolve to meet the changing needs of society. This meant becoming more open, transparent, and responsive to modern ideas, especially when it came to issues like gender equality and social justice. Charles had expressed his desire to see the monarchy evolve, but his first steps as king were not seen as reassuring. Public criticism of his actions showed that many people were unsure if he could bring the monarchy into the future while maintaining its long-standing traditions. In particular, his handling of certain family matters, including his relationship with Camilla, and the decisions surrounding the Queen's will, caused some to wonder whether the monarchy was keeping up with the times. Instead of adapting smoothly, it seemed to be struggling with change, which left many questioning its future. But it doesn't end there. King Charles's isolation within the royal family was another worrying sign for many people. As the situation with the will and other internal disagreements developed, it became clear that Charles was feeling increasingly isolated from his family members. This isolation was particularly striking because Queen Elizabeth had always been able to unite the family even during times of crisis. But Charles, facing mounting criticism from both the public and his family, seemed unable to bring the royal family together in the same way. The internal divisions within the family became more apparent as Charles struggled to find common ground with his relatives. This made it harder for him to project the kind of strong, unified leadership that had been a hallmark of his mother's reign. The public's reaction to Prince Andrew's reduced inheritance added to the tension. Prince Andrew, once a prominent member of the royal family, had fallen out of favor due to his association with a scandal. As a result, his inheritance was reduced, which caused further controversy. Many people felt that this decision reflected a harsher approach to family matters, especially since Andrew had once been close to the throne. The public's mixed reaction to Andrew's reduced inheritance only added to the criticism that the royal family was becoming more ruthless and less forgiving. This decision was seen by some as a sign that the monarchy was becoming more about personal gain than about serving the public, and it further eroded trust in Charles's leadership. Charles faced big problems early in his time as king. These challenges showed how hard it would be for him to deal with the complicated life of being a monarch. The royal family's problems made it clear that Charles's time as king would not be easy. Not just that, it will definitely have implications on the monarch. How he handled these conflicts would shape the future of the monarchy. What do you think about the controversies on the Queen's will? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, click on the next video on your screen. You won't want to miss it.